Oh boy. So this past week, AEW was in Long Island, New York. And this was December the 8th, folks, the Wednesday night that we get to stay up late. And again, this started off like a classic wrestling program from the days when people used to watch this stuff. And after the first 30 minutes, I'm thinking, they're going to do it again. Long Island, New York City, they're bringing out the big guns. Oh, God. That rest of that show fell in a toilet faster than a turd out of a guy's ass when he's just drunk a gallon of castor oil. Straight down. But we started off hot. We're in Long Island. We got Sockface on play-by-play. We got twin color guys, Tony Schiavone and Taz. I don't mean they're twins. I mean there's two color guys.
Taz is a Long Island guy.
Taz is a Long Island guy. Got a lot of hometown flavor here tonight. Here comes MJF's music. And the people are up because it's the hometown boy. And in out walks CM Punk. Like Punk is healing on Long Island Sound.
No, Long Island Sound.
He
There's nowhere near Long Island Sound.
Water and they drowned. So Punk is it's Bret Hart in the United States or Canada all over again. It's the dueling hometowns. Is it Tennessee versus Texas? No, it's Chicago versus Long Island. The rivalry that we didn't know we needed until right now. And Punk comes out in this environment, in this atmosphere, to a cacophony of boos. Because he's been fucking with the hometown boy. There were some Punk chants, yes, obviously. But he gets in the ring and you can tell he's having a ball. Because this is perfect for what he does. All of Punk's promos are so based in reality, so peppered with genuine comments, so conversational and then declarative. It's natural, and he didn't have to change his attitude or his personality or even his material. Because when somebody is a smartass to him, he has no problem being a smartass back. Maybe it was one of the things I like about him. So you expect him when he's getting booed, the whole bit of the promo, oh, so this is your boy. This is the guy you're going to support, the guy that did this to me and that to me and the other. Okay, if that's the guy, okay. That's on you, not me. It was brilliant. And I mean, the little things. He said, oh, Chicago was so much louder. And he just ripped the Islanders to shreds. You're closer than I am, and I don't follow the hockey, Brian, but they pretty much, I guess, have to suck from what he was alluding to, don't they?
They were once the very best. They were once the pride of Long Island. There was once a Drive for 5, and they have been pretty much garbage ever since.
And now just 4 on the floor.
But hey, now we got a building that won't be going away, so I think the Islanders, I say we like I'm part of the team, I think the Islanders have a bright future for the first time in a very long time.
Well, but not after this promo, they didn't, because now everybody thinks they fucking suck. He took off his jacket and he's got the 4 pillars of AEW shirt, but MJF is replaced with Britt Baker. And again, you know, MJF, he drew the comparison to Dennis Rodman when he finally started playing for Chicago. He said, MJF is your worm. This worked. This worked, and nobody had to do anything out of character or say anything that it didn't sound like they would say in real life. And that's why it was brilliant. And when he said he's got his eyes on next week's Paige and Bryan Danielson title match, of course, because he's CM Punk. He's a big star. He should be looking to see who's going to win the world title match. But then he segues right there to, but MJF and I've got something going on, and we need to get that settled first. Prioritize your involvement. And then, you know, I mean, his dog Larry, he said Larry has more balls than MJF and he's neutered. Don't run like folks in Long Island, MJF. Stand and fight like they do in Chicago. And finally, he finishes up with, now that he's worked himself up, and I can identify with this too, after he's talked about all the things MJF has done to him and done in general, the spineless, weak-willed chicken shit that he is. Then finally, Punk works himself up and says, okay, this is your guy. Well, if that's who you back, then you're all chicken shit. It leaves the ring. Brilliant. There has not been a segment of wrestling television on anything the WWE has produced that has been as good as the Punk segments and a few of these others that we have praised to the heavens, because it looks like it belongs on a wrestling show and somebody didn't script it and lay it out and and somebody means something. That's what they need. That's why the WWE's boring and losing all their viewers, because they're so contrived and choreographed and manipulated and orchestrated and overproduced and overwritten and lacking any kind of passion and legitimacy. And then guy comes out with a microphone like this and blows them all away. They ought to be ashamed of themselves, I say. That's what they ought to be. What'd you think of this segment?
Really good. I think maybe a tad too long, if I had to make any criticism at all.
Well, if it had been maybe the last couple of weeks' shows, I might agree with you. But on this show, I could have taken another hour and 40 minutes. Go ahead.
I didn't know what was coming next.
That's a good point.
It was an interesting dynamic, and it was what I expected. Of course, CM Punk's the biggest star in AEW by far, but I would argue maybe even the whole business. The whole building's not going to boo him. He's a babyface just by being himself.
Right.
But he took it and he ran with it, and someone like Cody should look at someone like CM Punk and how he handled this and realize there's a way to get these things done. And you look at the look in his face. He had everything under control. This is really good. And I think the thing I like the most is they're keeping these two away from each other. They're promoing even at each other, but each week there's another escalation of this feud and nothing has gotten. It's not like week 1 promo, week 2 promo, week 3 car accident, week 4 he's back. Like, there's not that. It's been laid out fairly coherently. And like you said, the Punk segments have been the best. Punk and Kingston was fantastic. The Punk and MJF stuff has been really good. Punk and Darby was good. This is not one of the parts of the show that's a problem at all.
Well, and we're getting to those, but we still had some good stuff, kind of.